In July last year, the Environment Minister Beatrice announced a ban on polythene bags. This was renewed in December, where a joint enforcement by Uganda National Bureau of Standards was announced.
And we have made a decision. We made it yesterday in Cabinet that we shall ban kavera.
The Executive Director of NEMA, Dr. Kankwasa Barirega, says the operations have since seized outlawed products but admits minimal returns.
The ban on kavera is on, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, mid-December we were here with UNBS to launch operations against single-use plastics below 30 microns. And in December, several tons of illegal plastics were seized.
Akankwasa denounces legislation that restricts the ban to only bags below 30 microns, which has impeded the enforcement. NEMA is seeking amendment.
The only challenge we have is that the law limits us to only single-use plastics of 30 microns and below. And to a common Ugandan, this is very difficult to distinguish. So we are preparing to go back to Parliament and request Parliament to give us a total ban.
Akankwasa implores Ugandans to take heed.
We appeal to Ugandans, we appeal to manufacturers to transition from plastic bottles to glass bottles. Our neighbors have done this. It's possible. We should be able to phase out single-use plastics completely.
Akankwasa, on behalf of the Minister of Environment Beatrice launched an initiative by Youth Go Green to involve youth in effective management of waste and control the spread of COVID-19.
Distinguished chief guest representing the Minister, Dr. Akankwasa.
Records from NEMA state 600 tons of plastics are consumed every day, with only 40% collected by urban authorities. The advent of COVID-19 has heightened disposal of used face masks, which endangers environment.
These come along with pathogens, and these pathogens are finding their way into the food chain, into the fish we eat, into the crops we eat. Animals ingest these waste and eventually they become infected, and we do consume these animals, and eventually the cycle of pathogens continues.
The youth have been tasked to reinforce conservation.
It is our responsibility as youth to ensure that we address this challenge. If the youth strategically organizes themselves into waste collection organizations, they will soon have jobs, because the manufacturers will have no way out other than to pay the youth to collect the waste.
Adams Mayambala, CTV, PM Edition.